Welcome back to Start a Business. You're at Module 6, right at the end. Just about to be there, just 2 unit standards to go. And this unit standard is called Manage Business Operations. It's unit standard 119668. So if you remember in the beginning, we wanted to start off by creating a professional business plan. And that's where we are again now. Our business plan was all about setting goals and attaining those goals along the way, as well as trying to attract investors with our business plan. Okay, so let's just recap on what it was all about. We had the planning phase of our business plan. Have a look here. Products and services offered. We defined them. We defined the pricings of them. We defined the legal issues. Are we going to be a PTY limited or a sole trader? We looked at the 4 P's of marketing: price, place, products, and promotions. We understood how we were going to compete in the marketplace. What was different about our product? We looked at our competitors' strategies. How could we be different? What would we have to offer that our customers would be attracted towards our store or our products or services? We also looked at possibly our office space. Have we got rental agreements in place? Do we need more space? Is there room for growth? We've looked at our position about where our shop will be or our offices will be. We also looked at possible equipment, starting up equipment we'd need, like a photocopying machine or computers, telephone systems, that sort of thing. We've looked at the legal issues of our business. Are we in compliance with the law? Do we need a license to be able to trade? And we've even looked at accounting issues. Who will be our accountants? Who will do the books to balance sheet? Who will make sure that we're making a profit and showing it on paper? Taxes, SARS, VAT. That sort of thing is what we've had to think about in the planning stages of starting our business and doing our business plan. During the action phase though, now you're looking to physically do the things. You're looking to appoint an accountant, to physically have the license in your hand, make the application, go to the government. You're looking at registering for VAT. You're looking at the actual things to do that makes your business be able to trade tomorrow morning. This is the action phase of your business plan, and it's important that you follow the planning stage and follow through the action stage now. At this stage also, you might look at what sort of employee base you might have to have. Would you have to train them? Do they understand the customer service levels you expect your organization to give? Who will you need? Salespeople? Will you need human resources people? Machinery operators? You need to think of those people and what sort of training and where you'd get them from. Our business plan also needs us to look at what type of business entity we would be. Would we be a PTY limited, proprietary limited company? Would we be a sole trader? Would we be a closed corporation? This is important because when you organize your business around an entity, you're determining how you're going to trade as a company. When it comes to starting a business or creating the business plan, I strongly recommend you get professional help as well. Professional help can help you to answer a lot of the questions that you might have. A professional will ask you what sort of trading you intend to do and will give you the best advice as to which way forward your business plan should go. Okay, a case study for you. It's called Who is Who in the Partnership. And you need to make sure and spell out who does what during a partnership. Now, a business is a bit like a marriage. Imagine the following. You get married. Now, you decide that you're going to be mowing the lawn on a Saturday and that perhaps your wife is going to be doing the dishes at night. Now, that's a partnership agreement. But what would happen if, for example, you got a garden service and you didn't have to mow the lawn any longer? Well, theoretically, your function is still being performed. But from a partnership perspective, you're doing less than what your wife is doing. So it's important when you enter into a partnership that each of you understands exactly who is responsible and who will be doing what within the partnership. You don't want to have a situation where you are begrudging your partner 2 to 3 years later saying, hey, you're doing nothing and I'm doing it all. And he's saying, well, I managed to get a garden service in, so I don't have to do that any longer. Be careful who you choose as your partners and make sure that each of you understands who's doing what within the business. Let's just have a look a little bit at business resources. What is a business resource? It's something that helps you attain the goals of your business. Let's have a look at a couple of business resource examples. You've got physical resources, maybe a tractor that plows the field. That's a physical resource. You've got reputational resources. In other words, if your reputation goes down, that you're not supplying good product or service to your customers, you can be sure that reputational resource is going to be tainted and your customers are unlikely to return. Have a look at your organizational resource. Have you got the right people in place? Have you got the right brains, the right skills to do the jobs? Are people trained well enough to be able to function and perform to the best of their ability? Have a look at your financial resources. Have you got enough cash flow in the bank? Are you making enough profit to be able to sustain your business over the next 2 to 3 years? Have a look also at your intellectual wealth. Intellectual wealth is something that you own. It's a copyright or a trademark. So a copyright is something by default that you write and it's yours. If you wrote it, it's your copyright. Somebody can't copy that without potentially being sued. Alternatively, on a copyright, you may be careful that others aren't using your copyright. Protect your copyright. It's what you are as a business. The slogans out there are copyrights or trademarks. They're things that companies protect. This company, startabusiness.org.za, is trademarked. You can't easily copy that trademark. Trademarking and copywriting is an important part of your intellectual resource wealth as a business. You want to grow that wealth because that becomes something unique to your business, something your customers wish to or are attracted towards. Lastly, you might have technological wealth or resources. Here, an example might be our website. It's technologically advanced. It's allowing you to see resources such as videos, learner guides. It's also allowing you to write online assessments. That's a technological wealth or resource that we have as a business. So in a nutshell, look at the resources that your company has. People, technology, machinery, things like that. You can create competitive advantage from those resources alone. All too often, time management is something entrepreneurs fall fallow to. Now, time management is about looking after what's important. Making money is important. Satisfying customers is important. Doing the satisfaction of customers ultimately equals money. So you need to watch your time management as an entrepreneur. Don't find yourself running around doing silly-billy things, things that don't matter, things that don't satisfy customers and ultimately therefore don't make money. You want to concentrate on your time management. And one of the first things to bear in mind is that time waits for no man. Be on time. There isn't such a thing as African time. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm 2 hours late or half an hour late. It's inexcusable. Make sure you get to meetings, get to customers, answer queries, and all that sort of thing on time. Managing time has a number of advantages though. Let's just take a look at a few of those. They might be increasing your productivity. Doing the right things at the right time means you're more effective and means you can get more done that matters, like making profits. Having a look at profitability. And profitability is from time management too. If you're concentrating on the right stuff, you're going to make more profit. Having a look at being in control. If you're always in a tiz running around chasing your tail, doing the wrong things at the wrong time, you're likely to be ineffective. And being ineffective means that you're not doing what you could be doing to satisfy customers and therefore make profit. So being in control of your time management means that you're not running around in your business always putting out fires. Rather take the time to think about what's going on inside your business and set up policies and procedures that prevent this from happening. You're able to set your goals and achieve them by being in control of time management. You're able to have better job satisfaction, knowing that you've spent the day and done what you can with the day in the right direction. Set up lists, to-do lists. Tick them off one at a time. Make sure you prioritize your to-do lists so that you know you're doing the right thing at the right time. This way, at the end of your day, you'll feel satisfied with what you've had to do and what you've managed to achieve. And remember always, with good time management, you want to live a balanced lifestyle. Let's just identify and define productivity and profitability. So productivity is about how many items you can produce at a certain cost. So if you're producing 100 items a day at a cost of 100 Rand, that would mean each item was costing you 1 Rand. Your productivity factor would be 1 Rand per item. Profitability, on the other hand, is about maximizing it. You want to maximize profits, which means being as efficient as you possibly can within your organization. Profitability is something different to productivity. You can have a high productivity rate and a low profitability rate. But being profitable is what your business idea and concept should always be about. Maximizing profits. So just back to our example, let's assume it cost us R1 to produce a product for the day. And we added on 50%, in other words, R1.50. Selling the product for R1.50 means we'd make 50 cents for each product we sold. The 50 cents is profitability. So therefore, profitability is about your income, which is the sale, in our example just previously, R1.50, minus the expenses, the cost of making the product, which was R1, equals 50 cents profit, or 50 cents profitability. In many businesses today, quality management systems are created to ensure the quality of the products or services coming out of the organization are consistent. A quality management system, known as a QMS, defines the policies and procedures that you as a company are going to adhere to ensure that the products or services that you deliver to the marketplace are consistent. It's all about consistency and improvement. Continually improve your products and your consistency, and you'll increase your profitability. Okay, we're going to end on a case study here. It's called The Art of Delegation. It's the perfect manager, and it's adapted from Bonsai Computers in London in 1991, where I first worked. An interesting case this, I was employed by Bonsai Computers as a debtors clerk. It was a temporary position, but it was a position nonetheless, and it earned me money. Now, the interesting thing was, after about a week of being there, the HR manager called me into his office. And there, in front of him, was a plain open desk, just with one piece of paper and a pen on it. I was quite scared to look at this. The desk was empty, nothing but the plain piece of paper and a pen on it. Anyway, the HR manager sat me down and had a little chat with me, found my name out, where I came from, etc., etc. As I turned to leave the office, he stood up, having made notes on that small piece of paper, opened a filing cabinet and popped it into the filing tray. I looked at this and thought, wow, this has got to be the perfect manager. Nothing else on his desk, no paper, no queues, no running around, no red tape, nothing, just an empty desk. To me, that was the perfect manager. So when I look back at that meeting with the HR manager, the empty desk, just a piece of paper and a pen, his small notes, I realized that management wasn't about bunches of paper or running around the office or putting out fires. Management was about delegation. Management was about controlling and organizing yourself. And in so doing, he was in control of what he was doing.